Welcome to Day 30 of NeoBlisseyX versus the MGM Studios 31-Day Movie Challenge. In our Day 21 video on Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, I mentioned that film was the first installment in what the late producer of that film, Harve Bennett, called an accidental trilogy. I also mentioned that the third and final film in that accidental trilogy would be reviewed in a later episode. That later episode has finally arrived as we take a look at Day 30, your favorite childhood movie. And it is very well possible that without today's spotlight film, the franchise it is a part of would look very different today. We'll talk about that as the challenge continues. Originally released in U.S. theaters on November 26, 1986, Star Trek IV The Voyage Home completes the story started in our Day 21 spotlight film Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, and continued in the 1984 film Star Trek III The Search for Spock. 3 months have passed since the destruction of the USS Enterprise, and Admiral Kirk and his crew are preparing to return to Earth to face the charges they accrued during the mission to save Spock. But on their way back, they discover that a mysterious probe is damaging Earth. After discovering that an extinct life form is the only thing that could save the planet, the crew must travel back in time to retrieve a specimen of that life form. Until the release of the 2009 film Star Trek, this film was the highest-grossing film in the Star Trek franchise, possibly owing to its lighthearted nature and timely environmental message. I literally grew up on this film, especially the first VHS release that contained the first trailer for the television series Star Trek The Next Generation. This particular VHS release was released a few days after the Next Generation pilot began airing in the United States. However, even today, I still bow my head at the very beginning of the film as the dedication plays. Production on The Voyage Home began less than a month following the tragic destruction of the Space Shuttle Challenger and the loss of all 7 members of her crew. As such, the filmmakers placed a memorial dedication to the Challenger astronauts at the beginning of the film. It wasn't until much later that I found out certain countries had a slightly different title for this film. Due to The Search for Spock's lackluster international box office performance, and in some countries straight-to-video status, Paramount, or to be more precise, its international distribution joint venture, United International Pictures, altered the title to The Voyage Home Star Trek IV, with promotional material and altered main title sequences to match. The title has since been reverted to Star Trek IV The Voyage Home globally. These international releases also included a prologue narrated by William Shatner that was designed to bring viewers who hadn't seen Search for Spock up to speed. Surprisingly, in some countries where this prologue is present, the Challenger dedication is absent as the prologue jumps straight to the Paramount logo as the main titles begin. It has all come down to this. Tomorrow, NeoBlisseyX versus the MGM Studios 31-Day Movie Challenge wraps up with a movie that starts with the first letter of your name. Thank you for sticking with this series from day one. Please join us as the challenge comes to an end. Until then, take care and live long and prosper.